Hello, everyone. Excuse me, Bernard. Hello, everyone. Bernard, excuse me. Bernard, out the way. Come on. Oh, there you are. Oh, Bernard's just so taken with this camera. He just wants to get in the shots. Oh, it's story time. Way! And Bernard's really excited, aren't you, Bernard? Oh, yeah, he just loves this story today. Well, it's time for shout-outs, isn't it? Big shout-out, a long way in the world today to Mia and Hudson, who are in Dubai. You're going to have to get your atlas out or go on Google Maps to find out where that is. A long way. A big hello to them. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Oh, it must be bedtime now where you are in Dubai. In Britain here, it's a glorious day. It's wonderfully sunny, the last of the sunshine, and Bernard has just been out for a walk. He's absolutely exhausted, aren't you? Oh, don't tell the children. It's another secret. Don't tell the children he's feeling shy today. You're like Fizzy, aren't you? You're very shy. Oh, well, as we say, it takes all sorts. Bernard is shy. There we go. Right. Well, so we've done the shout out, and to Lucas and to Ethan and to Poppy and to Harry and anybody else, Livy, and yeah, anyone else we can think of. So today's story, what's today's story about? Right, Bernard, you go and have a look and see if you can find out what today's story is. Oh, off he goes. And today's story, well, it's all about these. I mean, can you imagine a story about these? Do you like these? Here we go. Oh, baked beans. Do you like baked beans? Here we go. Cold. Today's story is all about baked beans. Who would write a story all about baked beans? Well, this is today's story. And I do apologise because it's a bit rude. The Adventures of Reginald Stinkbottom. I don't know where they get that from, but we'll find out in a moment. Anyway, as always, keep looking, see if anything changes in the background. Points mean prizes if you find out what changes in the background. So let's get ready. I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hello. Reginald Stinkbottom lived in a house with his grandma, 3 squirrels, 2 cats and a mouse. He loved to eat beans. 8 helpings a day. They're my favourite, he shouted. I don't care what you say. Now the problem with eating huge platefuls of beans is the wind they produce. And you know what that means? It means that there's gas inside Reginald's tummy. And when it comes out, the smell isn't funny. In Reginald's case, it's much worse than you think, for it really does make the most terrible stink. Well, Reginald's grandma got sick of the smell. It grew stronger and stronger and made her unwell.
I can't live here, she cried, with this terrible Pong.
So she packed up her suitcase and flew to Hong Kong. Reginald cried for 6 days in a row. "Oh, Grandma," he sobbed, "where on earth did you go?" He knew he should stop eating beans, but he couldn't. He thought about stopping, but knew that he wouldn't. "I love them so much, and the smell here is fine. Now, instead of 8 helpings, he's gone up to 9. Well, the smell in the house became more and more terrible. The animals living there found it quite unbearable. 3 squirrels, 2 cats, not forgetting the mouse, who usually loved to be in Reginald's house. They packed up their bags. They could take it no more. Not a single goodbye. They just slammed the front door.
The smell is too much,
they complained as they went.
We're off to the country to live in a tent.
Poor Reginald now was completely alone. He was desperately lonely, with no one at home.
Does the wind from my bottom smell really that bad? How could they leave me and make me so sad?
I bet they won't bother to write me a letter. I'll have some more beans, yeah. That should make me feel better." So he slurped down a dollop in the usual way, and soon he was scoffing 12 helpings a day. So Reginald's life wasn't going too well. Even neighbours were leaving because of the smell. But then something happened quite right out of the blue. A major event. It was something quite new. It all started one day as he walked to the shop, when his bottom let out an incredible pop. The force of the blast blew him right up into the sky. He came down with a thud, bump, and started to cry. In somebody's garden, he'd had a crash landing, and when he turned round, a sweet lady was standing. She was dressed in high heels and a pink woolly sweater, and instantly Reg knew that things would get better. "My surname is Windypants. How do you do? My first name is Gertrude. That's Gertie to you. You seem to have had a most terrible fright. You must come inside. Are you feeling all right?" "Do come into my house and make yourself comfortable." When she opened the door, Reg saw something incredible. All over her house, he saw tins of baked beans. Reg thought to himself, "Oh, yeah, she's the girl of my dreams." Well, Gertie loved beans. She was simply unstoppable, and the wind from her bottom was frankly phenomenal. So Reggie and Gertie grew terribly fond. It seems that they shared an extraordinary bond. But guess who arrived back at Reginald's house? Yes, Grandma, the squirrels, the cats, and the mouse. I missed you, cried Grandma. I don't care if you pong. I've been desperately homesick. I hated Hong Kong. The animals, too, had been terribly miserable. Life in their tent had been very uncomfortable. So they all settled back into Reginald's home. But Reggie had something to tell them this time. While you were away, something happened to me. I made a new friend. She's called Gertie, you see. Gertie loves beans. She breaks wind, just like me. We have so much in common. Yeah, I think you'll agree. Gertie and I, we share the same vision, yeah. And we've come to a very important decision. I've decided to move into Gertie's abode. She lives just round the corner, yeah, just off the main road. You can visit on Tuesdays and Fridays for dinner. I think you'll agree, yeah, this solution's a winner. Well, Grandma appeared to be rather relieved. The animals, too, were secretly pleased. So Grandma, the squirrels, the cats, and the mouse, they get to live in a sweet-smelling house. But they love going to dinner at Reggie and Gertie's on Tuesdays and Fridays for beans at 6:30. And Reginald now has the happiest life. It's all thanks to Gertie. She'll soon be his wife. Ka-ching! The best part of it all is that she thinks it's funny when Reginald squeezes the wind from his tummy. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed the cold baked beans. The story of Reggie and Gertie. Yeah. I don't know how much Bernard enjoyed the story. Shall we find out? Yeah, Bernard, did you enjoy the story? Yeah. Hello. What did you think of it? He thought it was a bit windy. Yeah. Well, it is a bit windy. I think I'm going to have to go in a moment. Right. Well, thanks for joining in today's story. Hope to see you again soon. Our next story is going to be a recommendation from one of you. So if you have any choices that you would like me to read, any books that are your favourites that you'd like me to read, just let me know. So the next one coming up in a few days' time is one that one of you has recommended. It's Lucas's favourite, so we'll find out what that is next time. So, from Bernard and me, we'd like to say thank you for joining and see you next time. Bye! Bye-bye!